Is it raining?
Yeah, it's starting to rain, so will be a good environment.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to Between Two Beans. This is a weekly coffee themed podcast brought to you by My Alma Coffee. And despite Leticia not being here, I will introduce you in just a second. And this tropical background behind me, we are not in a studio, right? This is real life. We are at Finca Terrorito, one of Alma's family farms in Copan, Honduras, or Corquin. In Corquin, Honduras.
Yeah.
And for real, like this is not a green screen. Check this out. You could not do that on a green screen. I've tried. So let me introduce you to my friend. This is Juanco.
Hi guys.
Juanco, what do you do here at Finca Terrorito?
Here at Finca Terrorito, I am the manager of certification area, and also I am the manager of the exportation center.
Yes, and we have become really good friends. Would you say, just on a scale of one to 10, how much cooler am I than Matt?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like both. So
Yeah.
you are so kind. Both are kind. So no, Matt. You will not make my decision.
Okay. Well, you heard it here.
I will give you my scale after the interview.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's 8 or 9 at least. Well, before we jump into this, we're going to be talking about Finca Terrorito's environmental certifications, and from what I have heard, you are the man to speak to. So Leticia is not joining us today, but she will be here next week. She is on a paid vacation, and I am here not on vacation doing this podcast.
You've been working a lot on last days.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But before we jump in, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking a honey process on a Chemex filtration method.
Oh, nice. I'm just drinking, of course, what I always do, an Americano with extra cream and a little bit of ice. Even though it melts, I like it. Should put it in there.
That's nice.
Cool. Well, I'm going to jump into this. Again, Juanco, you do such a great job here in Finca Terrorito.
Thank you.
Unlike some other farms, we really try to get these certifications. They mean a lot to us, especially on the roasted side in America. The consumer, which is you watching this, obviously you find this stuff very important, but here at the farm, it's extremely important, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is a difficult process to get a certification done. Mostly, we once a year receive an audit, so this person could see if we are doing the best things that we could apply to right certification. So if we are doing all things that as we have to do. So sometimes it's difficult because we need to implement new things, new processes. So that's kind of hard. But I have met a lot of people in the coffee industry, so they are helping me to how to get to that objective.
So because Leticia is not here to explain this herself, if you are reading the blog that's in the show notes, Leticia left a little note. It said at the beginning, "You're doing a great job, Kelly. Sorry I can't make it to the podcast." But if you read past that, we just want to point out with these environmental certifications, the certifiers, they are working in a for-profit model. Yeah. So it's important to understand that although these certifications are important for the quality of the crop and the consumer's decision in buying the coffee at the end, there's a disclaimer that yes, getting a USDA organic certification, someone is making money off of it. And I just think we should put that out there because there's incentive for people to get these. But for us, the incentive is not profit. It is for the quality of the crop.
Yeah, we are with organic certifications because we are accomplished with the environment and all the people around us.
Yep.
So not forget to a specific profit. We just want to do the right things. We want to be kind with the environment. We want to make the things that we must know that are the right things. So it's hard because the Honduran culture is not like that. So we have to improve something new each year or each month if it's needed. So it's a process that is changing every day, every week, or every year. That depends on the requirements that we have.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also want to add in that one of the goals in us getting these certifications is to hit the three key pillars of Alma Coffee, which is improving lives, sustainable practices throughout the entire process from farm to cup, and of course, making very good coffee, like the honey process that you're enjoying right now.
An extraordinary coffee like this. Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Well, let's just jump into this. I think so what we're going to do is we have 5 certifications here that Fincati either has or is working to get. I'm going to kind of give a high-level overview of each certification, and I'm going to have Juanca kind of explain in your own words how important that certification is to the farm and how you go about acquiring that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's start out with one that has excited me since I found out a Whole Foods was going to be constructed in Chattanooga, Tennessee. USDA Organic.
Yeah.
So USDA Organic, and I'm quoting literally from the blog that's in the show notes right now. USDA Organic certified products are grown using natural methods, which means meaning produce is farmed without chemical fertilizers or pesticides.
That's right, Kelly.
But it also says here, and I just want to give a shout out to my intern Marissa, who summarized this, that farms have to follow very strict federal guidelines for soil management and so on and so forth. So kind of talk about how Fincati acquired this and the importance of it for our farms.
Yeah, Fincati has the USDA Organic certification because we have improved all these requirements because it's needed. But instead it's needed, we must have to do this because we are accomplished with the environment. We use all the coffee resources, all the resources from the farm. We use it like a fertilizer, and that we are doing our best. We are trying to do our best to improve our crop, to improve all our quality, applying all this knowledge on the certification part and the organic part. I have received a lot of training from eCafe here at Corking, and they come here to make the practical part at the farm. So I am guiding them around the farm, walking around. So they teach me too how I could handle better what I'm doing here. So that's a lot that I have to thank them because I learned it a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How important would you say it is for the farming process here?
Yeah. Well, we keep the farm organic using like machete on the farm when we are cleaning, like we said, taking all the grass of the farm instead using chemicals. That's kind of hard because that increases the hand job. So some people prefers to go to store, buy some bottle of chemicals and apply it to the farm.
Right, which is what I do in my own home garden.
No, Kelly.
But I
You're
shouldn't.
wrong.
I
You're
shouldn't.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
You
will
must
stop
take your
that.
time to do that by yourself.
Okay. I will start as soon as next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I prefer that
Yeah.
you do that way.
Good. I agree. Okay, so let's move on to the second certification. And this is one that personally excites me because if you have been an Alma consumer since early 2021, when I started, me and Leticia worked on a roast called Mujeres that highlighted the women, not just at Fincati, that make our coffee possible, but in the entire coffee industry. So, con menos de mujer, it says here is it literally translates to with women's hands.
Yeah, right.
And it's a certification that emphasizes gender equity and economic opportunities for women in all steps of the agricultural process. And I think from my experience working on the U.S. side in the roastery, but also coming to visit the farms, I've seen that firsthand that, there's equal opportunity for all genders in the coffee business at Fincati. But could you maybe talk a little bit about how Fincati went? Or it says right here that the certification is given out through MyAssert.
Yeah. Right.
How did you come across this, or were y'all approached for this, and what was the process like to get that?
Okay. To get con manos de mujer involves a lot of things, but the main thing is the participation of a woman in all the process. As you could see here at Fincati, it's from the administration, quality control, and you can see a lot of women too at the farm picking the cherries. So that esos aspectos, patrón. Uh-huh. Those aspects are the most important to get that certification. The involving of the women in all the process, all at the farm.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, no, this one really excites me. I think it's one of the newer certifications, right,
Yeah.
that we've gotten.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And you will hear more about it in 2022. And that's all I'm going to say. All right. So let's talk about the difference between fair trade and fair trade TSA.
Okay. Fair trade and fair trade TSA, or fair TSA, like said on the certificate, it's totally different because fair trade it's scheduled by one enterprise, two enterprises, one at the US, another at Europe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Europe is known at Flow here at Honduras, and the other one is Fairtrade USA. I want to make some disclaimer. We are not Fairtrade USA or Fairtrade Europe because we must be part of a cooperative here at Honduras, and we must have uh, a littler farm, a smaller farm. So that's why we apply just to Fairtrade Sustainable Alliance with MyAssert. For that reason, we don't have the other two kind of certifications allowed as fair trade. So we have Fair TSA, that means Fair Trade Sustainable Alliance. This kind of certifications is promoted by MyAssert. This involves the support to the community, to the co-workers, and all the people who works here or near here. The support that the farm gives to all the environment, mostly economically. So this is kind of hard to tell because on this certification the issue is that they don't have too much demand, so we haven't used it correctly, but we still have it because it's important to improve all these requirements, not to accomplish with their goals. We want to make better the lives of the others. So that's what we are doing right now.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes way more sense. And that's something that you see. It's a word that's thrown around a lot in the coffee industry in the United States, and certainly at Whole Foods. Gosh, I'm going to get sued by Whole Foods. It's the second time I've mentioned them.
Okay.
But it's very meaningful to Alma's one of Alma's key pillars, which is improving lives, and certainly one of Fincati's key pillars.
Yeah.
And it's more than just a slogan to help sell coffee to get that stamp. It's an actual thing that we strive for.
Yeah. I would just want to tell a little comment there. Before Fincati gets Fair Trade Sustainable Alliance, just like an objective to improving lives, that's my case, because I came from another part of the country. I moved here to improve my life, improve my family's life. So for me, it's too grateful to be here, to be part of the team, and I feel like a part of the family, really. So I am thankful every day with all the team, including the big boss, Al Lopez. I thank him every time that I can, because for me it's a different opportunity.
Right.
So I just want to learn a lot here and apply my knowledge.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you do a great job. You do a great job. Okay, so let's move on to a certification that I personally have felt this week being at Fincati. A couple of times I was walking around a farm and I said, "Is it raining? What is that? Is it raining?" And I felt my head and it was white. And I said, "It's not raining, water, but it's raining something else."
It's raining something else.
So
Yeah,
the Smithsonian Bird Friendly Certification.
that's right.
This is something that Al has told me about personally is very important to him because, from my understanding, having macaws, the logo of Alma, and other birds is kind of rare in farm settings because they typically get killed. Yeah. So y'all go out of the way to protect the wildlife here at Fincati, specifically the birds, and were recognized, and correct me if I'm wrong, without applying for anything. Is that right?
Yeah.
The Smithsonian, just recognized that y'all were kind of a nature preserve for birds. You know, say a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Smithsonian Bird Friendly requires that the farm must be a big area of forest and different kind of trees and different altitudes of the trees. So also with that becomes a different species of birds. So natives from here, from Corkin, but we also have migratory birds. The water reservoir that we have at the other side of the farm.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, beautiful place. And several times we've seen a lot of different species of migratory birds. I've seen ducks of different kinds. When I could, I took some pictures. I have a friend that he loves to take pictures to the birds. He's in an organization for that specifically, and he told me, "Hey man, that species comes from Colombia and it's going to North America."
Wow.
So we are blessed to have that kind of species here.
Yeah.
And my auditor that I have here for the certification, he told me, "You're amazing, man. Your place is amazing." So before we have bird friendly, he told me, "You must apply. You must apply to bird friendly because we have different species, natives and migratories." Yeah.
So do you have to get it? So for this specific certification, is it migratory birds?
Yeah.
Okay.
migratory birds, different kinds of trees, and the altitude of the trees.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, even if I'm getting rained on when I'm here, I will wear a bucket hat next time and avoid
Yeah.
that mistake. But I love the birds here. Very beautiful. If I had binoculars and I was 60 years old, this would be a great place to be. But still, just absolutely incredible. So let's move on to some. Well, here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to preface this by saying we are in the process of getting this certification.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
if you want, for our Alma audience, talk about any certifications afterwards that either we're in the process of that we can reveal or ones that we are striving to get.
Okay.
So the Rainforest Alliance certification. According to the blog that Marissa wrote, in order for a farm to earn this certification, it must be produced using methods that support the 3 pillars of sustainability, which are social, economic, and environmental. Independent auditors investigate farms to ensure that they practice techniques that ensure the safety of forests, the climate, human rights, and livelihoods.
Yeah.
In addition to forestry protection, the Rainforest Alliance values and recognizes farms that are committed to providing equitable wages and working conditions for those that handle the products, which are all core tenets of Fincati and Alma's. I'm just reading the copy here. But basically, it seems like hitting those 3 pillars of sustainability are the most important aspects of getting that.
Yeah, that's right, Kelly. We are working on Rainforest Alliance right now, because this is a transition between UTC and Rainforest Alliance. Both of them are becoming only one. So I am already working on that, because Rainforest Alliance it's requiring a lot of things that UTC does not. So it's a lot of job, but it's worth, because already in Fincati we are working with the environment, we are working the social part, we are working all the parts that Rainforest Alliance are requiring. So it's hard, because they give to you their own requirements. So not the same that we have before.
Right.
So we must work like they said. So that's the hard thing. But we are working on that. So we hope to get the certification about 1 or 2 months.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's exciting. So I don't know if you can reveal anything, but are there any certifications that we're working towards at Fincati or Alma, or any that maybe we would like to work towards in the future?
Here at Fincati, we are good by now, I feel. But I would love to see the implementation of the organic certified, or some certified guide else at Alma Coffee at the warehouse. I would love to go and make that process happen. So that will be awesome for me, for my experience, and that will be a way to cooperate with all my family here at Fincati and at Alma Coffee.
Gotcha. Well, I will relay that message to Leticia and Harry after this podcast.
Let them know, please.
I will pass it along
Okay.
just because you asked nicely. Okay. Well, I think we've covered the bases here.
Okay.
Again, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thanks to you, Kelly.
It's been a great, cheers. This is
Cheers.
great coffee.
Yeah.
Really quick. I don't typically do these things on Between Two Beans, but I've been watching a lot of reruns of Oprah lately. And I just want you to just reach under your seat and see if there's something under there that you might want to take home with you. So if you want to look really quick under your seat.
Okay. No.
Okay, there's nothing there, but I want to give that to you. This
Thank
is
you, guys.
this is the refillable canister
Okay.
in matte black,
Okay.
16
Thank you,
16
guys.
ounces,
Okay.
1 pound. If you want to just really quick open that up, I'll do the mic for you, but just pull that bad boy out and listen to that hiss.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, we put
I need the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need the coffee here.
Yeah.
I don't know what are you doing, but I need the coffee here.
Good. Yeah. We're gonna get you that coffee,
Okay.
Juanco. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I will make it my personal mission.
Nice.
So
Thank you, Kelly.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me and for doing everything this week. On next episode of Between Two Beans, I don't know exactly what we'll be covering because we're gonna have to find a new intern to write blogs for us. But it will be back at the normal studio. Leticia will be joining us, and hopefully you will be in the live comments. And we'll communicate that way.
Okay.
But thank you so much.
Thanks to you, Kelly.
Yes,
Nice,
awesome.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Is that it? Do we need to add anything?
Okay.
Perfect.